These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. Question is, can they be beaten? Hello, welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. You might recognise them as they've won some of the country's toughest quiz shows. They are the Eggheads. And challenging the awesome might of our quiz champions are the trip boaters. The team all know one another through a shared interest in canal boats and regularly meet at the Ham Manor Basin Marina in Newbury. Let's meet them.
Hello, I'm Laurie, I'm 68 and I'm a retired guest house owner.
Hello, I'm Olive, I'm 64 and I'm a marina caretaker.
Hi, I'm Dave, I'm 61 and I'm a retired pub landlord.
Hi, I'm Hazel, I'm 64 and I'm a credit manager.
Hello, I'm Tony, I'm 62 and I'm a retired accountant.
Well, welcome to you trip boaters. Nice to have you here. Shouldn't it be boat trippers, though? Why have you turned it round, Laurie?
No, it's not quite like that. Many years ago, when we were using the marina a lot, the electrics seemed to keep fusing out and trip. So after a bit of desperation, we'd go to the pub, join the quiz, and when we wanted a name, we called ourselves the Trip Boaters.
These canal boats, these are ones that you take for trips, or are they ones that are moored up there permanently?
Most go out on trips right around the country. We've got 2,500 miles of canals in this country, so there's a lot of touring to go at.
OK, let me tell you, trip boaters, every day there's £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So, trip boaters, the Eggheads have won just the last game, which means £2,000, says you can't beat the Eggheads. And our first head-to-head battle today is on geography, which just might suit you, having travelled up and down the country on those narrow boats. Who'd like to play and who'd you like to take on? Any Egghead you like?
Do you want me to go?
Yes.
Hazel do it?
Hazel.
Who should I play against if that's the case?
I should go for CJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's going to be Hazel against CJ.
Hazel against CJ, right. So as long as it's not British geography.
As long as it's not Britain, I'm fine.
OK, OK, then let's have Hazel and CJ into the question room, please, just to make sure there's no conferring. Hazel, would you like to go first or second in this round?
I think I'd prefer to go first, please, Dermot.
OK, good luck, Hazel. Paignton and Torquay are seaside resorts in which county? Cornwall, Dorset or Devon?
I would have answered immediately, and then I suddenly thought, oh my goodness, am I absolutely sure whether it's Cornwall or Devon? I know it's not Dorset. Torquay and Paignton are in Devon, I think. So I shall say Devon.
Just had to say them again to yourself,
Yes.
didn't you, to get the county? It's absolutely right. Yes, well done. Good start, Hazel. And CJ, glad he avoided that concerning the United Kingdom. So does this one, though, CJ. Here's your first question. What is the largest lake in the Lake District? Is it Ullswater, Coniston Water or Windermere?
I'm assuming we mean by surface area, then.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not Coniston. Ullswater does hold some record, but I think the largest by surface area is Windermere, so I'll go for Windermere.
OK. Yep, that's right. Well done, CJ. One to you. OK, back to you, Hazel, for your second question. The Kerch Strait connects the Sea of Azov with which other body of water? Is it the Caspian Sea, the Black Sea or the Aral Sea?
It's going to be a guess, and I will say the Black Sea.
OK. It is the right answer. Well done. OK, CJ, to catch up. What is the approximate total area in square miles of the island of Guernsey? 5, 30 or 50?
Well, I'll have to go on my instinct. I thought Jersey was 6, so I'll go for 5 for Guernsey.
OK. Eggheads?
It's bigger than you think, Dermot. I reckon it's more like 50.
This would have been a good final round question. It's 30. It's 30, not 5 or 50, so right down the middle there. And a real opportunity now, Hazel. Give me this answer. You're playing in the final round. The Elburz mountain range is located in the north of which country? Iran, Syria or Jordan?
Again, it's one I'm not entirely sure of. I think I will go for Syria. So Syria is my answer.
Syria's your answer, and it's incorrect. Elba's in the north of Iran. But CJ still has to get this to take us to sudden death. If he doesn't, you are through anyway, Hazel. CJ, the city of Frankfurt in the German state of Hesse is located on which river? The Main, the Oder, or the Ruhr?
Well, it has two names, doesn't it? The Frankfurt or the Main is one of them. So the Main certainly runs through Frankfurt, so that's what I'm going to go for.
Frankfurt am Main is correct. Yes, well done, CJ. He's coming back, Hazel. I thought there's two of the opportunities to win the round gone, but we go to sudden death. You get no choices now, Hazel. You've just got to give me the answer straight out, and hopefully a correct one. Bridal Veil Fall, fed by Ostrander Lake, is a feature of which US national park?
I have heard of Bridal Veil Falls, but I'm not absolutely certain where it is, unfortunately. But I will say Yellowstone.
So close, Hazel, but it's not right. Yes, it's right with a Y, but it's not Yellowstone. It's the other one with a Y. Yosemite.
Oh, right.
CJ, chance to win it then. What name is given to the cable-stayed road bridge that spans the valley of the river Tarn in France, the tallest viaduct in the world?
When you started reading the question, I thought you meant the Millau Road Bridge, but obviously not. I have heard the name of the world's highest viaduct, and I don't think I'm going to remember it. No, I'll just try the Millau Bridge.
See you, Barry, holding his head there as you were talking yourself out of Millau. It is, just to put Hazel out of her misery, it is the right answer. Really, really good round there, though, Hazel. I thought, especially after the first 2 or 3 questions, it was going to be you in the final round. Instead, it's CJ. So bad luck, Hazel. You won't be playing in the final round. Would you both please come back and join your teams? As it stands, the challengers have lost that one brain from the final round. That's Hazel, and the Eggheads haven't lost any yet, but only one round gone. So we'll play our second round now, and this is sport. Sport can't be Hazel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do we play against then?
say? Shall we go for the
Barry.
Go for the new.
Yeah, go for Barry.
Yeah, go for Barry.
So it'll be Tony against Barry, please.
OK, then let's have Tony and Barry into the question room, please. OK, then, Tony, let's see if you can knock an egghead out, that egghead being Barry. Would you like to go first or second in this sport round?
I think I'd like to go first, Dermot.
Best of luck, Tony. Here's your first question, then. Jenny Pittman became famous in 1983 as the first woman to have trained a winner of which horse race? The Grand National, the Epsom Derby, or the Oaks?
Well, I don't think it's either the Derby, or I'm not sure about the Oaks, but my instinct says it's the Grand National. So I'll go for the Grand National, Dermot.
Instinct for the Grand National. It is the right answer. Correct. Any egghead tell me the horse?
Corbière.
Corbière. OK, Barry, your first question. Prenton Park is the home ground of which football team? Norwich City, Southampton, or Tranmere Rovers?
Well, it's certainly not Southampton, who moved recently from St Mary's, and it's not Norwich City, so it must be Tranmere Rovers.
Tranmere Rovers is the right answer. Yep, well done, Barry. Prenton Park. Tranmere Rovers. OK, Tony, second question. The badge of which US basketball team features a leprechaun spinning a basketball on his finger? Is it the Charlotte Bobcats, the Cleveland Cavaliers, or the Boston Celtics?
This is one sport I know absolutely nothing about. So it is a complete and absolute wild guess. I think, the Boston Celtics.
The answer is, yeah, the Celtics. That's correct. So 2 to you, Barry. Second question. Virginia Wade won the women's doubles title at the Australian, French and US Open tennis tournaments in collaboration with which player? Betty Stover, Chris Evert, or Margaret Court?
I really should know this, and I can imagine CJ is putting all sorts of faces while I think about this one. I'm pretty certain it wasn't Margaret Court, and something at the back of my mind is saying she partnered Betty Stover, so I shall have to go with that.
Let's check in with your colleague, CJ.
Certainly the one I would have gone for.
Aha. Well, then you would have both got it wrong, and it was the one you eliminated first off. It's Margaret Court.
Oh,
Margaret Court and Virginia Wade won the Australian, French and US Open together. So, Tony, get this and you're through. In January 2006, who became the youngest ever BDO World Darts Champion when he defeated fellow Dutchman Raymond van Barneveld at the age of 21 years and 90 days? Is it Dick van Dijk, Jelle Klaassen or Michael van Gerwen?
I'm going to make a wild guess again. And Dick Dijk, whatever his name is, the first.
That one, Dick
yeah.
van Dijk.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure if there is a darts player called that name, but it's not Dick van Dijk. Jelle Klaassen beat Barney Barneveld, which means you have repeated what happened to Hazel. They got the third one wrong, but still a chance to go through if Barry doesn't get this. The sport of bocce is closely related to which other? Pelota, pétanque or billiards?
Well, the other name for pelota is yaya lai, so I've never heard of a third name for that, so I will discount that. Bocce, billiards. Doesn't sound like it's a billiards, but I know there's various forms of pétanque. Boule is one of them, and I suspect bocce might be another form of pétanque, so I shall go for pétanque.
OK. The answer is pétanque. It is correct, Barry. You have saved yourself. So, there we are, exactly the same pattern as that first round. Let's hope it doesn't continue that way. Tony, sudden death then. In 2008, Rafael Nadal became the first Spaniard to win the men's singles at Wimbledon since which player in 1966?
Ooh, I'm struggling to recall a Spanish player going back that far. No, it's not going to come to me, Dermot. Can't even give a wild guess on that one.
OK, Tony, blank there. Barry, you got any idea?
I think it was Manuel Santana.
Yeah, Manuel Santana, yes. So a chance then for you, Barry. In cricket, what is signalled when the umpire touches their raised knee with their hand?
Is that a leg bye?
Is that your answer?
Yes.
It's a leg bye. It's correct, Barry, and you have just sneaked through. So bad luck, Tony. You won't be playing the final round. Would you both please come back and join your teams? So as it stands, two of the trip boaters have sunk without trace. Well, not without trace, good performances, but won't be playing in the final round. The Eggheads haven't lost any brains. So we move on to our third subject today, and this one is film and television. And who'd like to play? It's Laurie, Olive or Dave?
I think that's me for the short straw, isn't it? Yes, I thought it might be.
I think so.
Yes, I think so.
Chris,
yes.
Olive against Chris.
Olive against Chris on film and television. It's that sense of inevitability. OK, then, to make sure there's no conferring, Olive and Chris into the question room, please. Best of luck in this, Olive. Let's see if we can get you through to the final round. Do you want the first set of questions or the second set?
I'd like to go first, please, Dermot.
Good luck with them, Olive. Here you go. Which snooker player co-presented the TV game show Big Break with Jim Davidson? Was it Dennis Taylor, John Virgo or John Parrott?
I've never seen Dennis Taylor co-hosting anything, and John Parrott did Question of Sport, so I'll go with John Virgo.
John Virgo on Big Break with Jim Davidson. That is correct. OK, Chris. Dictionary Corner is a feature of which TV show? Call My Bluff, Countdown or University Challenge?
Yeah, well, I've got reasons of my own for watching this show, and it's Countdown.
And, dare I ask, what are your reasons?
I absolutely adore Carol Vorderman.
But she's gone.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she'll have a bit more time on her hands.
Yeah, put a team together, Carol, and come and have a go.
Yeah. OK, Dictionary Corner, yes, of course, appears on Countdown. It's the right answer, one each. Back to you, Olive. For which film did Carol Reed win an Academy Award for Best Director? Is it The Agony and the Ecstasy, The Third Man, or Oliver?
I aren't sure about Oliver. It's a musical, and I think that was Lionel Bart. The Agony and the Ecstasy could be, but I think my instinct will take me to The Third Man.
The Third Man, Carol Reed. Eggheads?
It's Oliver.
It's Oliver. It is Oliver. Well, there we go. So it means a chance for Chris to take the lead. Chris, what material was used to make Oscar statuettes during World War II due to metal shortages? Plaster, wood or clay?
Well, they wouldn't have been carved from wood, I don't think. And I don't think they'd have been made from clay unless they were fired. I think they were cast in plaster, sort of gesso stuff. Plaster.
Sort of what stuff?
Gesso.
What's that then?
It's very fine plaster that you sort of make surfaces good with.
OK. That is the correct answer. OK, well, it has given you the lead and means you've got to get this, Olive. Lieutenant Starbuck and Commander Adama were characters in which classic TV sci-fi series? Lost in Space, Battlestar Galactica, or Buck Rogers in the 25th Century?
I don't think it was Buck Rogers. Didn't see a lot of Lost in Space. I'll go for Battlestar Galactica.
Well done, Olive. It's the right answer. Battlestar Galactica. Still in it. OK, Chris, you win it if you get this one correct. If not, we go to sudden death. Which British actor was nominated for an Oscar for his lead role in the 2001 film In the Bedroom? Is it Tom Wilkinson, Bernard Hill, or Bob Hoskins?
Well, I know Bernard Hill and I know Bob Hoskins, and I can't visualise either of them in The Bedroom. I don't know Tom Wilkinson, so as a total guess, I'll say Tom Wilkinson.
They're all nodding their heads. Tom Wilkinson is correct. It's the right answer. Chris admitting it's a guess, which means you're in the final round. Chris, Olive, you won't be appearing there. Would you both please come back and join your teams? So as it stands, the challengers have lost 3 brains from the final round and the Eggheads are all still there. Last chance to knock one out then, trip boaters. Let's see if you can. The subject is music. Who'd like to play? And it's got to be Laurie or Dave.
It's got to be me.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's my worst subject, Dermot, but it's got to be me.
Oh, well, I don't think it's Kevin or Daphne's worst subject, and that's one of them you've got to play. Who do you want to play, Laurie?
Oh, I'll go for Kevin, please.
OK, let's have Laurie and Kevin into the question room, please. Right, flying the flag for the trip boaters. Laurie, would you like to go first or second?
I think I'd like to go first, Dermot, please.
It's music. Good luck. Here's your first question. What type of birds are mentioned in the popular song Over the Rainbow? Songbirds, lovebirds, or bluebirds?
Well, I'm not sure I remember lovebirds, and there's a lot of songbirds about. I think I'm going to stab at bluebirds, please, Dermot.
Is the song going through your head as you...
There'll be bluebirds over the mountains or something.
That'll do. It's the right answer. Well done, Laurie. OK, Kevin, your first question. Which song was a UK #2 for the Mindbenders in 1966 and a #1 hit single for Phil Collins in 1988? Is it A Groovy Kind of Love, Susudio, or You Can't Hurry Love?
Going on the Phil Collins there, I think he had a #1. It's not Susudio. The others have got similar titles there, but I think his #1 was You Can't Hurry Love. Yeah, You Can't Hurry Love.
OK. Can't Hurry Love. Eggheads?
I would have gone for A Groovy Kind of Love.
A groovy kind of love, Kevin.
Sorry.
Well, a groovy kind of love we wanted to hear. Well, I'm sure you didn't want to hear it there, Lauren. You didn't. So, real chance. 2 questions away from the final round, potentially. Here you go. Faith and Older are albums by which singer? Cliff Richard, George Michael, or Elton John?
Well, I don't recall Cliff Richard having albums of that name. And I don't recall Elton John. I'm tempted to take a stab at George Michael, please.
That is the right answer. Well done. Yep. So, 2-0. It ends here if Kevin gets it wrong. Blueberry Hill and Ain't That a Shame were UK hit singles for which artist in the 1950s? Fats Domino, Eddie Cochran or Bill Haley?
That was Fats Domino.
Fats Domino. Laurie nodding is correct. Yes, Fats Domino. So, well, I'm not going to say how important this question is, Laurie. In which city was the rock group Judas Priest formed? Liverpool, Birmingham or Manchester?
Well, this is going to have to be a stab. Judas Priest. I'm going to try Manchester, please.
Okay, Judas Priest. Chris, you're a bit of a rocker.
Yeah, I think they're a Manchester group. Yeah, they could be Liverpool. They're certainly not Birmingham. It's either Liverpool or Manchester, and I'll go for Manchester.
Okay, answer's Birmingham. Birmingham.
Oh, nice.
Would have got the Eggheads too, but Birmingham, which means Kevin's got a chance to take us to sudden death. Kevin, what was the first name of the German composer Pachelbel, famous for his Magnificat fugue for Saint Sebaldus? Wolfgang, Hans or Johann?
He was Johann Pachelbel.
Yep, that's right. Oh, got that slippery, slidey feeling again for you trip boaters. We are now in sudden death, as you know, Laurie. Here's your question. What name is popularly given to Haydn's Symphony No. 45 in F-sharp minor, in which during the final adagio, each musician in turn stops playing, snuffs out a candle and leaves until there are just 2 violins left?
Sounds a bit of a fire hazard, but I would have to guess totally at Good Night.
It's a good idea, but it's not the right answer, no. But a good guess. Kevin.
Farewell.
Farewell Symphony, farewell, which we might be saying to Laurie if you get this right. Kevin, John Cale and Sterling Morrison were members of which influential band of the 1960s and 1970s?
Not too familiar with Sterling Morrison. I hope I've got the right John Cale here, because there's more than one, but I'll say Velvet Underground.
It's the right answer. The Velvet Underground, John Cale and Sterling Morrison is correct, Kevin. You've done it again, you eggheads. Confound you. I say that on behalf of Laurie, because he's far too polite to. It means you won't be playing in the final round, Laurie. Would you both please come back and join your teams? So this is what we've been playing towards. It's time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So, Laurie, Olive, Hazel and Tony from the Trip Boaters, would you all leave the studio now, please? So, Dave, that leaves you playing to win the Trip Boaters, £2,000. Kevin, CJ, Daphne, Chris and Barry, you're playing for something which money can't buy, the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I'll ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time the questions are all general knowledge and you are allowed to confer. Dave, the question is your one brain better than the Eggheads' 5? And Dave, would you like to go first or second?
Well, we've nearly got it on going first 3 times, so I'll stick with it and I'll go first. We'll go first.
That's right, I like the way you say we'll go first, because you're still playing together as a team. I know all the guys behind you are, of course, rooting for you, unable to help, though, stranded in the question room. And let's see if you can do it. Best of luck, decided to go first. And here's your first question, Dave. The Leaning Tower of Pisa was designed primarily as what? A lighthouse, a bell tower, or an observation platform?
I'm not sure about a lighthouse, and I don't think an observation platform. I've got a feeling it was a bell tower, so I'll go for bell tower.
Bell tower. Yeah, I mean, bit far from the sea, really, wasn't it, for the lighthouse? Yeah. Bell tower is absolutely right. Good start, Dave. Right, Eggheads. What does the comic book character Billy Batson have to say to turn into the superhero Captain Marvel? Shazam, Abracadabra, or Hey Presto? What does the comic book character Billy Batson have to say to turn into the superhero Captain Marvel?
Shazam.
It's not working. Shazam is right, though. Billy Batson had to say that, and he turned into Captain Marvel. So, all square. Dave, second question. In which year did Cuba gain its independence from Spain? Was it 1698, 1798 or 1898?
This will have to be an absolute guess. I think 1698 sounds a bit early. But as for 1798 or 1898, I'm going to have to make a guess on this, and I'll say 1798.
OK, 1798. I think 1698 is too early. So 1798, it is 1898. OK, then. Eggheads, chance for the lead. Second question for you. Buckwheat, used to make pancakes and blini, is not a type of wheat at all, but a plant belonging to the same family as which other foodstuff? Garlic, rhubarb, or orange? Oh, it's not orange. Good question, eh?
Yeah. I mean, my instinct would have been rhubarb, but I don't know.
No idea.
No, I thought it was a type of grass, but my instinct would be rhubarb. But
Yeah.
I really don't know for sure.
Well, Dave, they're relying on instinct here.
Are we agreed it's not orange?
Yeah, because that comes as a tree.
And garlic is
Garlic is
lily.
lilies. Yeah.
So,
Answer, Eggheads?
well, good question.
Good question, yes.
We're hoping it's rhubarb.
You're hoping.
Yes.
Dave, you feel you would have done well with this?
I wish I'd gone second. I think it's rhubarb.
It is rhubarb. It's correct. It is rhubarb. OK, well, that's the way the questions have fallen. But, of course, the Eggheads would have been OK with Cuba, I suspect, in terms of what might have been. So let's concentrate on the present, though, which means, Dave, you've got to get this. Which prize is awarded at the French Open tennis tournament to the player with the strongest personality? The Prix Soississon, the Prix Citron, or the Prix Oignon?
I've never heard of this.
Well, there clearly is one.
The
The
lemon
strongest
prize,
personality.
or the sausage prize, or the onion prize? Well, I suppose looking at those, the onion has the strongest personality in some respects. So I'll go for Prix Oignon.
Prix Oignon. OK. Tennis correspondent CJ, have you heard of the strongest personality award at the French Open?
I've never heard of the Prix Saucisson. I've heard of a Prix Citron, but for French Open, the one I would go for is Prix Oignon.
OK. Well, that's interesting. It's not. No? It is the Prix Citron. Also rather strong and astringent, I suppose. The Prix Citron awarded to the player with the strongest personality at the French Open tennis tournament. Maybe we should have a Prix Citron here for Eggheads. We've had plenty of strong personalities in here over the years, but it does mean, I'm afraid, you have failed to defeat the Eggheads. Eggheads, you've won. Well done. Playing on your own is never easy, but you were very unlucky not to be accompanied by many of the gallant players sitting behind you. Some of those head-to-heads just slipped away from them. It wasn't to be in the end. Thank you very much indeed for playing Eggheads today, Trip Boaters, and best of luck to you in the future. But it does mean the Eggheads have done what comes naturally to them. They still reign supreme over Quizland. I'm afraid you won't be going home with the £2,000, which means, of course, the money rolls over to the next show. Eggheads, congratulations. Who will beat you? Join us next time to see if the new challengers have the brains to defeat the Eggheads' £3,000. Says they don't. Until then, goodbye.
We're visiting the home of the Duke of Wellington to see his boots and discovering how the Victorians first attempted to build the Channel Tunnel on another great British railway journey next on BBC Two.